You've probably heard people say things like, I bought Tesla stock, or I own 50 shares of Amazon. But wait, stocks and shares, aren't they the same thing? Not exactly. If you're interested in investing or just want to sound smarter when talking about finance, then this video is for you. By the end, you'll understand not only the difference between stocks and shares, but also how they affect your investment decisions and how big investors use this knowledge to make money. Whether you're an aspiring investor, a student of finance, or just someone curious about how money works, understanding stocks and shares is crucial. The world's richest people, like Warren Buffett, Jeff Bezos, and Elon Musk, made their billions through stocks. And guess what? They understand how stocks and shares work on a deep level. So let's dive into the core concepts and real-world examples so you can use this knowledge too. First, let's talk about stocks. A stock represents ownership in a company. Imagine a company as a big pizza. If you own a stock, you own a slice of that pizza. The more slices you have, the bigger your share of the company. But why do companies issue stocks? Here's why. They need money to grow. They raise capital from investors instead of taking loans. In return, investors own a portion of the company. For example, let's say Apple Inc. needs funds to expand its operations. It sells stocks to the public and people buy them. This means that when you own Apple stock, you technically own a small part of Apple. Now let's move to shares. If stocks are the pizza, then shares are the slices. A share refers to the specific units of ownership in a company. Example, Apple might have 16 billion shares available to the public. If you own 10 shares of Apple, you don't just own Apple stock. You own 10 specific units of Apple's total ownership. Another example, imagine two investors. John says, I own Tesla stock. General statement. Sarah says, I own 50 shares of Tesla. Specific number. Both own a piece of Tesla, but Sarah's statement gives us more detail about her investment. Key differences. A stock represents ownership in one or more companies, while a share refers to the unit of ownership in a specific company. For example, you can own stock in multiple companies, but you own shares of Apple specifically if you buy Apple's Inc. stock. Stocks are a broad term, whereas shares are a specific term used for company ownership units. Why do investors care? Understanding stocks versus shares can help investors maximize profits and reduce risks. If you own more shares in a company, you get higher dividends. Profits companies share with investors. If you buy stocks from different companies, you're diversifying your portfolio, meaning you're spreading risk across multiple investments instead of putting all your money in one place. For example, if you invest only in Tesla and it crashes, you lose everything. But if you invest in Tesla, Apple, and Amazon, your risk is lower. Real-world examples and fun facts. Here are some crazy stock market facts. Amazon stock was worth $18 per share in 1997. Today, it's worth thousands. Imagine if you bought shares back then. The biggest stock market crash happened in 1929, wiping out billions of dollars overnight. Elon Musk is one of the biggest shareholders in Tesla. But did you know he doesn't take a salary? Instead, he gets paid in stock shares. This is why understanding stocks and shares is so important. Why does this matter? Understanding stocks versus shares helps you make better investment decisions. If you want to diversify, you'll look at multiple stocks. But if you want to calculate dividends, you'll focus on how many shares you own in a company. All right, let's do a quick recap. Stocks equals ownership in a company, shares equals specific units of stock ownership. Stocks are broad, shares are precise. More shares equals more dividends. Investing in multiple stocks, sure you want your lower risk. Now that you understand the difference between stocks and shares, you're one step closer to becoming a smart investor. If you found this video helpful, hit that like button and subscribe to EduByte for more easy-to-understand finance and tech content. Comment below, are you investing in stocks yet? If so, which company's shares do you own or plan to buy?